My name is Bouchra Charabaty. I'm studying network technology, which is an engineering program. So I come from a background where I have worked before in a different field, but being a student ambassador has added a lot to my personal perspectives. It has added a lot to my knowledge, at least in education, through my position. It has given me a beautiful opportunity to interact with students and other co-workers and employees on a different perspective, get to know more about the world, be able to channel some students their thoughts, what they could do towards achieving a certain goal. Sometimes we come around as, lost a little bit, especially when we first graduate and we don't know where to go with life. And it's a beautiful blessing to be able to, from my personal position, to help with that, if I'm able to do that. People would think like you would clock in and clock out, coming into work at let's say 9 a.m. and just, it's funny because when you go into this position, you go on a full-time work, so you're probably working towards the office and you just meet someone who you feel they're lost, and naturally you're gonna jump in to help them. Hey, where you headed? Do you need any help? Even though sometimes they don't, but it becomes natural because I am comfortable at my work. I'm not uncomfortable, and I don't feel it as a job. I feel it as a blessing on both ways, to be able to work and to be able to help people and use that. Being able to communicate with students, because sometimes we fall in communications where we're not able to respond to a specific thing, where someone is trying to voice out a specific problems. Students come to our office, sometimes they're going through some sort of struggle. Sometimes they voice it in a different way than what they mean, and it's definitely a work in progress to learn what they mean and how to be able to help them. And I want to say it this way, keep our patience sometimes. On the other opposite, using that to develop your leadership skills, as in to know how to guide the student, not to actually feel that, okay, so you asked me for this, I asked you for that. Maybe propose a different path, which Brookdale offers a lot of opportunities for students, a lot of pathways that may come very handful. We definitely work on telling them and offering those opportunities. The most important thing to be coming to work, especially as a student ambassador, is the ability or the readiness to be ready always to learn. Like, for example, one of my assignments is to go on tours, take prospective students or current students on tour. So every day I learn a new thing, and I try to add it to my tour, to how I do it or what I do at my job. You always have to be ready to learn, because no one knows everything, definitely. And there's so much to learn more, especially with education going further. And I believe at least Brookdale, through the career office, they offer us a lot of opportunities where we can ask to, help with our resume, help how we're like stuck on a specific matter that we're not able to develop our leadership skills. So we can voice it out, and that is, very helpful. And I'm personally very grateful. So my advice for prospective students is to start with a student ambassador job. It's an awesome job because it's a good transition between coming out from a different world of work or not even working before. It's a great path, and it's a great opportunity because it sets you from the mind of, it moves you from the mind of just being a student and just holding assignments. It makes you have more responsibility with a specific, it's not overwhelming, which is great. And it kind of transfers you into the work world without it being overwhelming. And definitely engaging in clubs, especially where you feel interested, where you feel you're at your best, where you feel you're adding and you're gaining more. Definitely joining clubs is an awesome opportunity, and making friends. Just don't shadow yourself. Don't put yourself in that bubble. You want to grow. when we were first introduced through orientation. So myself, I'm an international student. So I remember we had a career and leadership with the career office. We had some meetings, and we were told about the handshake platform and other platforms like, I want to say, Focus. How do we check other job opportunities? What would our program lead us to having, or what are perspectives? And I was told about the position through Handshake, and I did apply, and I did get a response through Handshake, and I was called. And it's an awesome platform. I believe I connected it to my LinkedIn profile, which is also has been helpful. Brookdale has offered me so much. Maybe coming in, I was underestimating how much it's a welcoming entourage. I was a little hesitant, especially being an international student, coming from a different background, different language, different field of studies. You naturally think it's going to be overwhelming. I can pretty much say, like, Brookdale has been less overwhelming than I have thought it would be. It's been very welcoming. All of the opportunities that Brookdale offers a student, I don't want to say just an international student, any student, is awesome, because we're not just students, we're like people who also go to work, and we study, and we have thoughts, and we have our own life, and it's been this one thing that it's not like a big load on your back when you come in distress through clubs, through your coworkers, through your work, and you can always voice out your thoughts, and that's really important, because we tend sometimes to keep what's not working for us because we just don't want to lose a certain stability, and that is wrong. I'm grateful for all the opportunities that Brookdale has given me. I'm enjoying the journey.